So we've just come up King William Walk, which is a little road up from the market. We're now in the beautiful Greenwich Park. We're going to go up to the Royal Observatory, and if you happen to be a bit of a geek, you're going to love it. Right, well, Bets, there's good news and there's bad news. There's the observatory that we are aiming for, and there's a bit of a hill to jump up, but unfortunately, it's been closed off because they're doing some building work in the park over here. We just have to go a different route.
So I've never been this way, so I don't know if it'll take us around and we go up the hill, or if we just go around and bypass the hill altogether.
Well, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, it's up a hill, so I didn't know there was another route, but let's we'll give it a go.
I'm glad we're not going up the hill.
This kind of shows you the value of taking a different route, because actually we've just discovered this. This is the Royal Observatory Gardens, which is really rather lovely. And I've been to the observatory before, but I didn't know this was here.
I've been to the observatory many times and didn't know this was here either. And it's a jewel. I think this is fabulous.
It's really rather lovely. I could see myself sitting here reading a book one day.
Oh, easily, easily. It's just lovely.
Are you familiar with John Harrison?
No.
So back when we were exploring the world, navigation was difficult and it led to a lot of shipwrecks and cost a lot of lives. So if you were on board a ship, you would know when it was midday because of the position of the sun. And if you could know what time it was back home, you could work out how far from home you were by the time differential.
Okay.
So for every hour of time difference, you've travelled 15 degrees around the globe. So if it's midday on the ship and you know it's 9 AM, say in Greenwich, then you know you're 45 degrees around the globe away from Greenwich. The problem was knowing the time back home, so clocks relied on pendulums, and pendulums don't keep good time when they're rocking around on a ship. So John Harrison spent his lifetime trying to solve this, and he built 3 clocks, none of which quite got there, and he eventually built a watch which could accurately keep the ship's captain informed of time back home, and he saved a lot of lives. Absolutely seminal British inventor.
Oh, that's cool.
But the clocks are here in the observatory for those who want to go and see them.
Oh, they're here.
They're here. You can go and see them. Do you know where only fools and horses?
Kind of.
They find what they think is a Victorian egg timer in their garage. It turns out it's one of Harrison's watches that he's developed, so it sells for £6 million. It's entirely fictional,
Right.
But that was the plot of the episode, and that's how they make their fortune in the end. They find an unknown Harrison watch.
The only one I saw were the inflatable people.
Oh yeah.
Floated
I'm not sure
away.
that's suitable for our channel.
No.
What we're going to do, Bets, is we're going to go this way. We're going to come out the gardens, lovely little walk here, and come up here to the observatory itself, and we're going to go and have a look at the Prime Meridian. So follow me.
What is the Prime Meridian?
One of these lines of longitude that divides up the Earth.
Okay.
And it's called the Prime Meridian because it's where all countries have agreed to measure from. So for navigation purposes, you are 15 degrees from Greenwich or 30 degrees from Greenwich.
This is the Greenwich.
This is the Greenwich. So basically this is line 0. Then
Right.
everyone can measure and navigate from the same place. So I think it became Greenwich Mean Time and Greenwich Meridian in 1870 something. There was an international accord that we would measure navigation from Greenwich. I think the French objected to this for a while because they had their own meridian, the Parisian meridian or something. But eventually everyone came around and it became Greenwich. So that's the Greenwich Meridian. If you stand just like this with your feet on either side of it, one half of you is in the Eastern Hemisphere and the other half of you is in the Western Hemisphere. We've got to yomp down the same bloody hill again, I think.
Lovely. At least it's easier to go down the hill instead of up the hill.
I guess so, but I'll tell you what, at the bottom of this hill, when you get there, is one of my favourite pubs. So let's go and get some lunch and some liquid refreshment.
Now, Doctor Who fans will not thank me, I know, for bringing us here and reminding them of Dimensions in Time, which was a rather dreadful Children in Need special in 1993, I want to say, and part of it was filmed here. This was where the 7th Doctor landed. All very forgettable,
Exactly.
All induces a bit of PTSD in fans. Have you read the book Greenwich Park?
No.
So it's a novel that came out about a year or so back, and it's all set around this area, including scenes set in this pub that we're going to go to. So anyone who's read it, if you fancy a trip to Greenwich, you can come and see actually where it's set. So cheers everybody, next time we're going to tackle the London Roman Wall walk. We'll see you then.